did.
Don't let me say things.
Didn't even do. Fuck.
I don't want a video, thank you very much.
Oh, I fucking hate that. Nothing can just be text anymore. It has to be, watch this video. I don't want to watch a fucking video. Give me a fucking text thing. Give me a script or a transcript or whatever.
Okay, I did that one. Body upgrades. Well, I only need the body one.
Oh, you need that body. No, you
Spin
do.
wheel
You
required.
know you do.
This isn't a very helpful guide, because it's like breaking it up based on the thing you want to get, and not just being like, okay, go to this level, then this level, then this level. Here's how you get the things.
Here you go.
Let's do this. Oh, yeah, this one's bullshit. I do remember this. I haven't played... Look, I go back and I play the original Mega Man X frequently, because I love that game. I barely have ever fucking played this game. Let alone X3. So you're gonna have to just deal with some things, okay? I do remember this being bullshit, though. How are you supposed to fucking figure that out? Oh yeah, you gotta use the thing on the thing, yeah. You didn't know?
Obviously.
You didn't get that?
It's the same
Fuckers.
exact color and texture of everything
Enter
else.
the capsule. This enhancement will modify your body armor.
Ooh.
With it you can absorb damage and transfer it into explosive weapon energy. What?
What?
Excuse me, Dr. Light?
Excuse?
I'll heart
It is?
tank. Got that one. Don't think... Oh, that's bullshit. So what do you think about the X2 armor compared to the X1 armor?
I kind of like the first one better.
Yeah, I don't like all the red.
Yeah, it's too many. It's too much.
It's a way better helmet.
Too many colors.
I like the helmet a lot more than the first one's helmet, because the helmet was like the one weak part of... Jesus Christ.
One weak part of Jesus Christ.
The one weak part of Jesus.
I
Huh.
got mauled by Jesus.
Let me test something. Dr. Light said it converts damage into energy. Into like an attack, but it does not... I don't understand what the fuck he was talking about. Let's experiment and see how awful this makes the game look, by the way. Isn't that fucking atrocious? Doesn't it look like a shitty mobile game now?
Yeah, it does.
It looks like a shitty fucking mobile game. God, it looks so fucking ugly. Let's play like this for a little while I do all the collectibles. This is taking less time than X1 did, by the way. Isn't that fucked up?
It is.
Wire
And you've died a
sponge.
lot more.
Oh god, look, you can barely read the text.
Yeah, what does that say?
Oh, look at the logo of the Maverick
Yeah.
logo at the bottom.
Look at
And the map! The
Gee,
map is
man, shade.
atrocious
Yeah,
looking!
Look at that.
Ah, why is it so bad? Fuck. Why are people, like, afraid of pixels nowadays?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't get that.
You want pixel art, but you don't want pixels.
Like, just do the Hollow Knight thing of... Or Cuphead, where the... Sorry. Where the, No, let's leave it on for a while. Oh, let's see them do it with the CRT. It's just darker in their scan lines. It
Yeah,
doesn't...
That isn't how a CRT
That's not
looks.
how it looked. Like, the only difference is it's slightly less dark now. It's so bad looking. Let's keep it like this while I'm doing the rest of these collectibles. Oh god! The menus are so bad. It's, offensive to me. Oh yeah, Will Gator. I'm like getting these one at a time and it's actually like really inefficient, but fuck it, I'm going by how this guide is doing it, to be honest.
Fuck it.
Not my fault. It is your fault. Like, if you don't want there to be fucking countable pixels, which is also dumb. Like, I don't know why they're bothered by that. There's like a weird, like, prejudice
It's a weird hang-up.
against fucking pixels nowadays for some reason. Like, I remember when King of Fighters 13 came out, and that game is like the most beautiful fucking game you've ever seen in your goddamn life, next to Okami. And they're like, the graphics, despite being retro, are actually quite good. And it's like, quote from a fucking review. And then it shows like one of the character models where it's like Terry Bogard and it's like 5,000 fucking little sprite dots and it's like quite good.
Quite good.
And it's like you've... That's what it is. I blame fucking game journalists, which is a good habit to have.
Yeah, for everything.
Which is like, they see pixels and go like, oh, it's retro.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing a throwback.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's how every TV works. So
Fucking
everything ultimately is a pixel.
Like, you're just retarded. So now, because of that, you have this weird, like, anti-aliasing bullshit where they try and just smear the pixels against each other like that.
It's just like the wiped version.
Yeah, they're just, like, smudging it.
Yeah.
It just looks smudged and disgusting.
So fucking gross.
This one. So, like, if you're paranoid about that kind of thing, just, like, we have, like, HD screens now. Just use that.
Yeah.
And, like, have it be so big and detailed and have so much fine detail to it that, you know, you can't see it.
Yeah.
Like, on an 8K screen, maybe you'll be able to see the pixels in Hollow Knight, but on a, like, 1080p, you're not gonna see it. You know why? It's not because it's not sprite art. That's what I fucking hate also.
Yeah.
When people were talking about Hollow Knight and Cuphead, they were like... How are you supposed to do this? Oh, okay. They're like, oh, it's a hand-drawn style. It's like, what the fuck do you think sprites are made out of?
Yeah, who do you think
do they draw them with their feet?
Yeah.
Like, what do you... Like, all fucking video game art is hand-drawn.
That's how it happened.
This was hand-drawn. Metal Slug was hand-drawn. The difference was the resolution.
Yeah. How do you think they made them?
With their feet, clearly. Feet drawn.
That'd be impressive.
Did that one. Did that one. Okay, subtanks. Did that one. I thought I... No, I did not do that one. Belt tank, okay. It just really bothers me that people talk about, like, Cuphead and Hollow Knight and stuff like that as if they're, like, unique.
Yeah.
Like, you want to say it has a really good art style. It does. Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yes. But, like, don't treat, like, pixel art, quote-unquote, and quote-unquote hand-drawn art as a la, like, Cuphead and Hollow Knight, as if they're two different things.
Yeah.
They're the same thing. I mean, there is, you know, that argument to be had about, like, the idea of, like, because I've also had that, you know, discussion about, like, I hate shitty pixel art, where it's just, like, you just did it with sprite art because you're too lazy to draw.
Yeah.
Like, actual fucking graphics.
Yep.
Like, they use it as an excuse.
Like when people use minimalism as an excuse, but don't understand what minimalism is.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't
that's
just mean
still
you
an
don't try
art
as
style.
hard. Yeah, it's about distilling what's good about something into the fewest strokes as possible, you know, be it music or art or whatever. It's not just about making something really simple and shitty.
And you still have to, like, have good art.
Yeah, the original thing has to be good. The thing you're simplifying has to be good, and you have to be good at simplifying it. It's not just like a lazier version of making a thing. It's not, you're not just making something but leaving out a bunch of steps. It's an art unto itself. If this picture of a dog with a little tiny squirrel friend didn't make you melt into tiny happy puddles, then are you even human?
There, Jesus Christ. That was weirdly hard.
Like me.
Yeah, I didn't do that one, and I thought I got that one. I guess I didn't. I refer to it as pixel vomit, which is, like, sprite art that's just sprite art because the artist was too fucking lazy to draw good. And, like, I know it when I see it, but I'm pressed to think of examples, because, you know, I don't commit shitty-looking games that look like garbage to memory.
Yeah.
Oh, this was how I was supposed to do it. Come on, buddy. Get off. Get a beetle. And he went back to his home planet. But, like, Bloodstained's coming out today, and so I've been playing that Bloodstained Curse of the Moon by Inti Creates, which also made some Mega Man games. They made the Mega Man Zero games that we're going to get to. And that game looks fucking amazing. Like, it's doing the like look at games like Shovel Knight or Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, which are like pretending to be like 8/16-bit era graphics games, but they are taking it. Well, like Shovel Knight's fun because they've like Yacht Club have done a bunch of interviews talking about like they forced themselves to have the same restrictions that they had back in the NES era. Yeah, I did get this one. Did I? Maybe there's a... yeah, I guess there's a second one of the same type. So, like, they, like, force themselves to only use, like, certain color palette choices and stuff like that, and, like, pretend that they were limited by the same technological restrictions. The thing is, I don't really like that. You're not limited by those technological restrictions anymore.
That's fun as a challenge, but...
oh, I think I fucked it up.
You could take that aesthetic and take it so much further.
Yeah, that's what Bloodstained did, it's that same style. It uses that as a style, but it still takes advantage of the 2018 era technology we have to do shit that was impossible back on the original games that the art style is inspired by.
It's not like the original people chose to work with those restrictions. If they had more processing power, they would have used it.
Let's try that one more time.
That was like, you know, all those people that made OC remix, like, covers of DKC songs, and Dave Wise, the original composer, was like, yeah, a lot of them do what I was kind of trying to do at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But couldn't because of the hardware.
Like, if I could have made it sound better, I would have.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Like, why would you intentionally make it the way we were forced to make it against our own will?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you take it
like that?
Yeah, why would you not take advantage of...
Whoa.
Rookie Hunter mode. I don't think that's why that happened, but still. Why would you not take advantage of the tools?
Yeah.
Like you don't get bonus points just because... that one's bullshit. You don't get bonus points just because it reminds me of old games. It still has to look good.
I mean, that could be nice as a challenge to be like, I'm just going to use the tools they had available at the time.
Yeah, I mean, like, Shovel Knight's a great game, but it's not great because of its fucking graphics.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not impressed by the graphics.
Even if it looked like this.
Yeah.
It would still...
I mean, that's just a good game.
Yeah.
And has a great sense of humor and all that stuff. It's a great game, but I don't look at it and I go like, wow, these graphics are great. I'm really impressed by the graphics.
Look at the
because it just looks like an old fucking Super Nintendo
game.
game.
It a million times.
And it's like, yeah, that sure is.
It's well done.
I sure would have liked to have seen what it would have looked like if you hadn't
Yeah.
forced yourself to not make a good-looking game.
I mean, I've seen
for
that
no
my
reason.
entire life.
And that's the feeling I have when I play Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Because that is stylistically an 8-bit NES game, but it does impossible shit that they could never have done back on back on the NES, and it genuinely looks phenomenal. Like, there's games that came out like that year that didn't look as good as fucking some of the stuff that Curse of the Moon does, despite the fact that it's intentionally being like an 8-bit game, but it's not forcing itself to only use 8-bit technology.
Well, I mean, that's like Max, what's his name's, like, NES-style cover of They Might Be Giants album, Flood. And he specifically mentions, like, I didn't work with the technical limitations. Like, you couldn't actually play this on an NES. I just worked with the sound and aesthetic of it.
The aesthetic, thank you. If you want to ape the aesthetic of those classic sprite era, like 8/16-bit games, go ahead, because I love that aesthetic.
Yeah.
But you're not, you don't get bonus points just because you forced yourself to use the same limitations.
Yeah. I mean, and that's sort of similar to, like, upright bass players. You can have, like, classical low tension, you can have classical high tension strings, or, like, more modern low tension strings, and Adam Neely did a video about, you know, going from electric bass to upright bass, and he's like, you have nothing to prove by going for high tension. The sound is exactly the same, it's just a lot harder to play.
Yeah, like, guess what? Everything that could have been done had been done, because they had no other choice.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do anything new with that style.
Max Dembski, that was it.
And I don't, like, we have the infinite wonders of the advances of technology in the last 20 years, and we're not going to use any of it.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? You're telling me it could have looked so much better, but you chose to not do that for no reason? I don't get it. I'm not impressed by that. I don't think it's in this stage anyway.
I mean, I made a song with the sound fonts from the original Star Fox game, but there's no way. I mean, the SNES only had 9 sound channels, like 2 or 3 of which were almost always taken up by sound effects, so sometimes you had only 4.
Yeah.
Which is as many as the original NES had.
Yeah, it's like Koji Kono, you have a 7, like, megabyte cartridge to make music with, but actually...
Yeah, exactly.
Half of those are being taken up by everything else that's in the game.
And as Tommy Tallarico said, you tried telling the graphics department, hey, I need some more space for my music. See how much they give you.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was like, you know...
Like, the fact that they were able to make what they did, considering limitations, is outlandishly amazing and deserves respect, but, like, you don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, they didn't do it by choice.
You think, like, if fucking Koji Kono didn't have more space to work with, he wouldn't have been making fucking orchestras back on the fucking NES?
Yep.
He would have if he could have.
Yeah. The NES had one pulse wave, or 2 pulse wave, 1 triangle wave, and 1 sound, like noise channel, and that was it. So much of the music, so much of the harmony is implied because you only had 3 notes of polyphony at a time.
Let me turn this off. He's actually giving me a fucking headache.
A string of Peloponnese. It's Polo Ponies!
Excuse me? I don't have to fucking impress you.
Oh, good, because...
I'm not.
Oh, boom! I don't know if you know this, but you just got devastated.
That's interesting.
What the oh.
That's funny. Please don't do that.
Please don't tell me what to be. Do whatever I want to be.
I'll be whatever I want to do. It's playing a god mode on. That's so weird. Why do all the enemies do such...
Yeah.
Why?
You're in debug mode.
What the fuck is happening? Like, I still took damage in the original game.
Yeah. It's like there was a mistake.
So I don't like... So this game is mostly about, like, the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Zero. But there's this weird undercurrent that, like, it'll make more sense when we get to Mega Man X3, but there's this weird, like, implication that people are starting to think that robots becoming Mavericks is being caused by, like, a computer virus.
Y2K.
It's like an infection that is causing, like, oh, you've been infected by the virus, and that's causing you to turn into a Maverick. And it's like, that was never said at any point, but Mega Man X3 is going to take it as a given.
Yeah. Shit.
Is gonna just be like, the opening of fucking X3 is like, then they tried to figure out how to cure the Maverick virus, and it's like, what the fuck? No one ever mentioned the Maverick virus. What the fuck are you talking about?
Eh.
Forget when you get the Shoryuken. You didn't hear me say that.
Oh no!
I don't think it's here. God damn it! I'm trying to find a text block of
I
how
sent
to
my
get
mom.
None of them are good. These are all
So,
hurt tanks.
Like springy, because no one ever sits me.
Yeah. Acquire the 4 subtanks. Acquire the Barrett subtanks. I fucking know. In the third one. Okay, so yeah, I don't gotta worry about it.
You
Oh,
don't
God.
have time for that.
No! You goddamn animal.
You robe animal.
That's the thing, like, what is the distinction between, like, is that Warthog a Reploid? Or is it just a dude? Like, why did they make it?
Yeah.
Why did they make it a Warthog?
Caterkillars.
Like, we can accept this idea that, like, the Reploids can customize themselves and turn themselves into God damn it. And turn themselves into animals if they feel like it, maybe. But, like, those Warthog dudes were designed as Warthogs. They came off of the factory line as Warthogs. And why? What is the utility of this?
Yeah.
What is the purpose they serve as being Warthogs? I don't get it. Or the bunnies. The snow bunnies in X1.
The purpose is bunnies.
Or the, like, did Chill Penguin just go like, bunnies? I was like, hey guys,
Bunnies.
make me some bunnies.
Bunnies.
I'll use them in my squad. That's one of the reasons that... Oh yeah, we gotta fight these guys again. I'm certain they have weaknesses. I don't know what they are, though.
I didn't know.
We would have to fight these guys no matter what. Please stop. Ah, wow, that's doing no damage at all. Wow, none of them are doing any damage. Do any of these do any damage? None of them do. Okay, that one. Okay, he's weak to bubbles.
Oh, obviously.
Obvious. Did you not get that?
Well,
These guys are really stupid. Violin. What? How could he have overloaded my circuits? What? No, I just killed you.
I just punched you until you died.
Yeah, there's no overloading. Don't make this into more than what it was. You were just a filler villain to me. Yeah. Okay, I might as well just talk about it now. So the death battle, the Screw Attack death battle, was between Metal Sonic and Zero. And obviously they were like, yeah, well, Zero would win because Mega Man's a more popular franchise, even though the logic behind people being like, oh, Sonic, it's so bad is because, oh, all these bad games, where it's like, yeah, it's not like there are bad Mega Man games or anything. Well, it's oversaturated. Yeah, it's not like there's a billion fucking Mega Man games or anything. Oh, there's a bunch of bad fan characters. Yeah. How about that? But people love them some Mega Man, and not without good fucking cause, obviously. But they're like, those are just fucking popularity contests.
Yeah.
They're not like the entire idea, the foundation of like Deadliest Warrior, like who would win, a samurai or a knight or a Viking or fucking Roman centurion. It's like, you're a fucking idiot. God damn it. Number one, why would a knight and a Viking just run into each other alone in a field? Like, what? You're not, like, there's so many fucking, like, the content, just in a white room, if you just put these two things together, who would win? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's like the one episode of like, Deadliest Warrior that I thought was actually kind of interesting, is, it was like, Al Capone versus the Jesse James gang. Because in, like, the recreation at the end, it was like Al Capone's gang just go into a museum. Because why not, right? And then Jesse James' gang, like, Night of the Museum comes to life. And they're like, what the fuck? We're in this museum. And they just take a bunch of 6-shooters and they're like, yeah, just like old times, let's go knock over a bank.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I guess that would be the only scenario where a fucking, like, 1920s mafioso boss gang and a fucking Wild West gang would ever come into conflict with each other, you fucking retards. But the idea of, like, would video game character from such and such beat video game character from such and such?
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can't... There we go. There's a 40k quote. If you're in, like, the 40k fandom, you'll be familiar for this. It's like, who would win between these two groups? And the answer is whoever the protagonists are.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Who wins? I don't know. Who's the story following?
Yeah.
The fucking protagonist, that's who.
Motherfuckers.
What is the main character? Okay, who would win, the Tau or the fucking Chaos Marines? I don't know. Is the narrative POV following the Tau or the Chaos Marines? That's how you know.
There you go.
What the fuck is the point of that? Like, who would win between Vegeta and Shadow? Whoever's writing, I guess. Whoever's writing it, I guess.
Game or a...
Is it a Sonic game or a Dragon Ball game?
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's just, so at that point, it's just a popularity contest.
Yeah.
Who are we going to arbitrarily decide is going to win?
Yeah.
The series that's more popular in this will get more views for it.
Yeah.
So obviously they go like 0 wins. And I'm like, that's stupid for like 12 different reasons, but the one that bothers me is like, which 0? There's like 3. There's like 3. There's at minimum 3, maximum 5 different Zeros.
Yeah.
And at least 2 Metal Sonics. So it's like, well, which ones are fighting? Because the answer is gonna change depending on which ones. Because if it's Mega Man X1 Zero, Zero fucking loses. God fucking damn it! Like, what did Zero do in Mega Man X1? He died. Like, he shot Vile at the beginning of the game and then did nothing for the entire rest of the game and then died. After losing to Vile, the guy that he shot at the beginning of the game. So, like, he didn't even beat the one guy. God damn it. So then, you get to X2, where they're like, we're gonna rebuild Zero. And then, and what's actually really interesting is, I'm gonna go into the gallery once we're done and show you, once we're done here, like I did at the end of the first game, it is visibly a different body compared to the original X game. It is actually, like, a different design. It's not an art style change, it's actually a different body compared to what it was in X1. So it is a different Zero, and again, it raises this weird moral question of, like, is the individual will and personality of Zero still being maintained?
Yeah.
Even though he died? And, like, at what point do his memories pick back up? Like, does he remember everything up to the point of where he died at the first game? And it's like, oh shit, I'm alive now, I guess. Like,
I guess.
Is nothing being lost? There's so many weird questions that obviously they're not equipped to tackle. But it is... I don't appreciate this. It is clear... Stop this. That... the Zero of Mega Man X1 and the Zero of Mega Man X3 up through 5 are 2 different Zeros. So, which one are we talking about? And then, that's not even getting into Mega Man X6 and 7 and 8, which you shouldn't even count. But if you wanted to count those, that's also an entirely different Zero. Like, Spoilers! At the end of Mega Man X5, Zero gets busted again! Ah, fuck you. Oh shit.